All right, guys, LP with S&W Service and Repair. I get this question a lot, and I see it on forums, and I decided today I was going to go ahead and take a stab at it and give you guys perspective. I'm not going to give you a definitive answer. That's up to you. But depending on where you were trained and how you were trained, you probably already have some preconceived notions about this. Should you be charging flat rate or should you be charging by the hour? Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is when I started out charging by the hour. And that was an utter disaster because I didn't know what I was really doing. I thought I was doing right, but I really was cheating myself quite a bit. But let me tell you this little story about a technician who started out, and to give you a little more context. So this technician started his own appliance repair company. He had a few months of experience up under his belt, and he ran into this one appliance. This tech, he charged by the hour, so he was charging $90 an hour, which seems fair enough in the big city. Now, I don't know where you're at in a small town, but $90 seems fair per hour for the trade. So he got a call on the washer. Washer was having some issues. He decided that the diagnosis was he needed to remove the gear case, transmission, and put a new one on. He charged by the hour. He told the customers that it shouldn't take him too long to get it done. Perfect. So he proceeds to start the repair, and he runs into some difficulties with the washer plate. And, the clock's still rolling. And he tried. He pumped it up with those little rubber pumps, trying to get it off. I mean, he sprayed WD-40 on it. He beat on the thing. He did everything he knew how to get this washer plate off the pulsator. But he just kept having a big problem. So he decided to get some of the, I forget the name of the acid, and put off in there and put it on hot water and try and spin it off like that. That took him another 45 minutes or so. And that didn't get it off. So now this guy's invested quite a bit of time. And the clock's still rolling. The customer came and checked on him a couple times, because they, and by this time he's in there 3 hours trying to get this wash plate off. He started his repair, and it's taken him quite a while. So he finally gets it off, replaces everything and whatnot, and he was like at 5.5 hours. And that, it's quite a bit at $90 an hour. So he's right around hovering in labor, just that labor, hovering close to $500. And you still have the cost of the gear case, which was another $200 and some change. So this customer is looking at about $750 for a repair on a, it's not too old, but it's not too new washer. So what do we do here? The customer's very upset, and the tech feels that he's justified for charging, by the hour like he said he would. And we came into what they call a stalemate. The customer did not want to pay, the cost to have that appliance repaired when he told them it would only take a few hours. They were looking at maybe $200 in labor, $250. They could have got out of there $450, $500 at worst. And now they're looking at $750. It's like, man, I could have bought a new washer. Therefore, I want you guys to take a look at that scenario and think about it, especially if you're new to appliance repair. You may not know exactly how to repair all of these appliances. And that's going to cause a problem if you're charging by the hour. For something that an experienced tech could do in an hour, it could probably take you 3, 4, if you're really lucky, 5 hours. Is that really fair to the customer? So I had the opposite happen for me. So let's look at my scenario when I first started out. I was charging $85 an hour, and I was working off of Thumbtack. No, I was working off of Angie's List and Home Advisor. And I was paying for leads, and I was charging by the hour at $85 an hour. And some of these repairs were pretty simple. You know, I'm in that house in half an hour. If I get a garbage disposal, I'm in there for maybe 10 minutes. And the customer is not wanting to pay $85 when I walked in that house for 10 minutes. You know, even though you might tell them there's a minimum of 1 hour or 2 hours, if you're in there for 15 minutes or 30 minutes and you have a minimum of 2 hours, no one wants to pay that. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to pay that if someone's in my house for 15 to 30 minutes and he's saying there's a 2-hour minimum. And a funny story, something like that happened to me. So I went to a house, and I think it might have been a garbage disposal, could have been a microwave. I can't remember. But it was just an hour. I didn't have a minimum. So what happened was I finished that job in like 10 minutes, and the customer started finding other stuff she needed to be worked on. She's like, okay, well, since you're done, I still got you for another 50 minutes. I need you to take a look at this. I need you to take a look at that. And I didn't know what to do. I was freaking brand new. I was confused. I was frustrated, and I was a little upset that she wanted me to work on some other stuff after I came and fixed what originally was the problem. But this is the scenario you're going to run into by the hour. So at that point in time, I didn't know what to do besides to look at the other appliances, which I did. Frustrated, upset, mad, but I could only be mad at myself because I wasn't properly educated on how these things go. If you are having someone to come paint your house and they charge a certain amount by the hour, you know, if you might say, hey, well, I got this bathroom over here also. It's small, you know, 5 by 8, and we just need over the shower painted, and you know it's not going to take that long. You're going to try to throw that in also. Hey, well, can you come over here and paint this also? You know, you have leftover paint. It should just be the labor, you know. So when you start charging by the hour instead of by the job, that's something that you're going to run into. Believe me, I've had my headaches. I've had my moments I wanted to knock on wood because I was really frustrated and hoping nothing else popped up while I was at the customer's house. They didn't think of anything else, rather. So with the scenario of the first appliance repair tech who was charging by the hour with the washer plate, and my own personal experience of me charging by the hour, not knowing what the heck I was doing, and just being trapped by that $85 an hour while I was in that customer's house, it was really, really horrible for me at the time because I didn't know how to price accordingly. And this is something that I don't want you guys to fall victim to. Even if you have the appliance Blue Book, that's really a fixed rate. But if you run into something like the washer plate, you're going to have to make a decision, make a call. You're going to have to make a decision, but you're going to make a call on what you're going to do. Now, some people, if those things are just too stuck on, they're going to include a new washer plate in the cost of the repair because they're just going to cut it. They're going to use a hole saw, cut that thing in the middle, pull that piece out, throw that washer plate away, and put a new one in and charge the customer for it. It's one way you can do things. Another way you can do things is just to tell the customer, hey, there's going to be an additional charge on top of whatever this flat rate is for this stuck washer plate. So you're going to have to figure out what works best for your business. Or you can stick with the flat rate. It's all up to you. But I would really tell you to think about it. I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm not telling you what to do. You need to do what works best for your business. I want you to tell me down in the comments, what do you think or feel is best for you and your business when it comes to flat rate versus hourly? Also, I want you guys to tell me down in the comments if you use the Appliance Blue Book for your pricing. Do you deviate a little bit higher on the pricing, or do you tend to downcharge them on the pricing? I've heard it both ways. I've heard that some guys use the Appliance Blue Book and they have to knock off 15%, 20% in their market because people can't afford to pay the prices of the Appliance Blue Book. Some put some sauce on top of that. So tell me down in the comments, what do you guys do when you use the Appliance Blue Book, or do you just go with that standard rate and let it be? Also, down below we have plenty of links. There's a video I put out a week or so ago about our tools, the tools that we use in our bag, and I'm going to try and link that up in the top of the video there. But the tools in our bags, and if you're just starting out and you need help with what tools you might need, we have all of the links in our description on that video so that you can pick up those tools as you start your appliance repair journey. Also, you can reach out to us down there on the inside the description. There's our email address. We would like for you to drop us a line if you need further help, assistance, or videos that you want to see. Also, we would love for you to leave a comment down below just telling us about the Appliance Blue Book if you use it. Also, if you are using flat rate or charging by the hour, like we stated earlier, I want you guys to go ahead and let us know down in the comments below and really build up the community of appliance repair business owners who work and have a business. We have tons of information on this because we've been doing it for about 4.5, 5 years now. It's been going really good for us. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. I don't see myself leaving my 9-to-5 job. I have great benefits. I have a really livable wage down here in Texas. That might not be your case, but if you want to start out to make that transition, we can help you with that over here at S&W Service and Repair. So guys, with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your week. Be great, and also leave some of those comments down below.